Hello, today we're going to be looking at Wednesday and we're talking about self-surrender, which is not something easy, but it is so important and we're going to see why today. Question A asks, what happens when we fully surrender ourselves to Christ? And we're going to read Matthew 11, verses 28 through 30. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So when we surrender ourselves to Christ, what happens? We find rest. We find rest from everything that weighs us down. And I mean everything. There is nothing heavier and nothing more vexing than trying to carry your burden all the time by yourself. And the note under A is so beautiful. It says, "Are you tempted? He will deliver. Are you weak? He will strengthen. Are you ignorant? He will enlighten. Are you wounded? He will heal. The Lord telleth the number of the stars, and yet he healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. Come unto me," is his invitation. Whatever your anxieties and trials, spread out your case before the Lord. Your spirit will be braced for endurance. The way will be open for you to disentangle yourself from embarrassment and difficulty. The weaker and more helpless you know yourself to be, guess what? The stronger you will become in his strength. The heavier your burdens, the more blessed the rest in casting them upon the burden bearer. The rest that Christ offers depends upon conditions, but these conditions are plainly specified. They are those with which all can comply. He tells us just how his rest is to be found. And question B goes on to say, how strong do we become when connected with Jesus? And John chapter 15 verse 5 says, "I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing." So when we abide in Christ, it says that we bring forth much fruit. But not only that, it says that without him, we can do nothing. So then, with him, what can't we do? What isn't possible with him? I'm going to read some of the note under B. It says, when the soul surrenders itself to Christ, a new power takes possession of the new heart. A change is wrought which man can never accomplish for himself. It is a supernatural work, bringing a supernatural element into human nature. The soul that is yielded to Christ becomes his own fortress, which he holds in a revolted world, and he intends that no authority shall be known in it but his own. A soul thus kept in possession by the heavenly agencies is impregnable to the assaults of Satan. And I'm going to read the last sentence of that note. It says, "The only defense against evil is the indwelling of Christ in the heart through faith in his righteousness." So here we see how important it is to surrender ourselves to Christ, because through surrendering ourselves, we find rest and we are able to abide in him. And when we abide in him, we bear much fruit. And we have so many opportunities, endless opportunities, because with him, we can do anything. And I just pray that today we really take time to come to Jesus and just Surrender our will to His. Find that rest that our soul is longing for so much. I pray that God blesses you, and I will see you again tomorrow.